AOR Assist League, where you join me, your commentator, Bopop97. Yes, I am back. I have missed doing this. I can't remember the last time I commentated, but I am glad to be back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Singapore. We're on board with Over Bin Mike, and well, it's the outlaps. Got everybody putting through their setups, and as far as I can see, it's actually starting to rain. Bear me a minute, because I thought I saw some rain whilst going on board with Mike there. Let's just see if there's anything on his chassis. There is actually some rain. It looks like there's like a massive backlog of people coming up to the final corner. This could be a really good tussle for pole position as well as track position, because of course you don't want to be getting held up on your outlap. That's the last thing you're going to need. Oh, my bad. There we are. Now let's say go on board with Mercedes, who looks like the undoubtable favourite for pole position today. So let's just stick on TV pod with him and see what he does. He's got his teammate Zaid up ahead of him. Now, if you were to have joined AOR's other commentator, Cloudy, who's actually in this race today, let's see, Cloudy Balloons there. If you would have seen his stream, you'll have seen that the two Ferrari teammates actually collided. There's a bit of controversy as to who caused it. Mercedes blames Zaid, Zaid blames Extrema, and Extrema blames Zaid because of internet connection issues. I should just go on board with Zaid, because I think there's someone up ahead of him. It's Cloudy actually, and ahead of Cloudy is Molney. Okay, so this is really becoming a bit of a struggle for track position, and there's a yellow flag somewhere, so we're going to try and... Oh my word, and that's tadpoles. Wait, has he just survived that? Oh, there it is, there's front wing damage. I was going to say, he just ran right into the wall and didn't get any front wing damage. That's going to be absolutely devastating for him. And there we go, Jonesy with a 141.3 in changing conditions. Zaid with a... Oh my goodness, now the timing screens are really coming alight. It's really detrimental to get a lap in. And of course Zaid retires very early because, of course, once you strap on the intermediates, you are not going to improve. And it looks like Mercedes has actually got pole position. So we're just going to wait and see who can get what laps in. We've got Sway fourth with a 141.4. Jonesy, unbelievable stuff there with a 141.3. Larkin 4S with a 142.1. Portuguese with 143.5, sorry, 141. Mike with a 152.5. So okay, so he's probably made a bit of a mess of things. There we go, Mike's retired from this session. Let's see what Extrema can do. Alpols has gone very wide actually. And Fracco goes with the 144.5. So Mike's really on the bubble now in the top 10, and I can't see him maintaining that position because Extrema, as I know from personal experience, is very... Excuse me. He's very quick around most tracks. And of course, oh, that was nearly a blockage from Ismolny there. And as we know, Extrema, Zaid and Mercedes in a title fight, but of course it's mainly between Extrema and Mercedes. And it's looking very close between those two drivers there. And let's see... Very poor traction zone coming out of here. And looks like he's not made a hash of things there. He's kept it pretty tidy. Now to the final sector, coming through the tunnel. Very gentle on the throttle. And as Molney's retired, okay, coming through the tunnel section. Now up to what I wouldn't exactly... Oh! And he's nearly lost it! That's really put down his pace, so that's gonna... Oh, and he's whacked his wheel as well, oh no! That's his chance of pole position out the window, and he's slid across the line, and it's 10th! So he still beats Mike. Let's see what Tadpoles does. Of course, he went wide, and oh my goodness, look at that. Let's actually look at Cloudy. Okay, he's not doing a lot. He's just like, he's spun it. Okay. They're asking if everyone can retire, so but we've just got to wait for a few more people to actually complete their laps. Because I can't really see weather improving unless it actually dries up in the last bit. And actually, I've got Fracco asking if there's going to be a link for the stream, which I'm just going to put in now. There we are. If I've gone a bit quiet, I'm just posting the links here and there just so people can join in and watch the stream. I've actually got 3 people watching apparently. Oh, that's a terrible exit there. I don't think Tadpole's really gives a crap, to be honest. He's just going and see him. I mean, if I was him, I would have retired, to be honest. Bit of a shame on his end. Really looking good for him as well. Okay, and Cloudy saying that he was on a lap, so maybe he was held up by someone or actually got spun. And oh my goodness, look at the traction that Tad. Oh no! Oh, and he's done a Kimi Raikkonen. Oh my word! Oh my god! Right, let's go on board with Punchline. Yeah, let's go on board with Punchline. Actually, no, let's go on board with Cloudy for a bit. I'm just gonna put the links everywhere. There we go. Paste that link there. Paste that link there. Ah, yes, right. The thing. Okay, apparently, I think Cloudy's lap got invalidated. Tadpole's too busy drifting. Oh god, lovely bit of banter between the boys. Then why did you hold me up? Okay, so well, I don't really know why Zaid's complaining, because I mean he's got second place, only 2/10 off his teammate Mercedes. I was just waiting for most people to retire. And Sergeant Sway, they go and retire, guys. Come on, you ain't gonna set a lap now. By the way, Cloudy and Ariano are retire. That's the thing. I got the links out to everybody at the moment. Race's Punchline still. What are you doing? Race's Punchline. What the hell are you doing? And he sets a lap, I guess. And there you go. I think Punchline retires there. So now we're just waiting on Harinoag. I'll just call him Harry for the time being because it's a bit shorter and easier to say. Cloudy is on an outlap. Okay. Oh, actually, this couldn't be too bad. I actually want to see if he can get faster than Punchline. That would be cool to see. You're on board with the debutant, or debutante, however you want to pronounce it, wherever you are from in the world. See what Cloudy does in the Sauber. What seconds he's doing? Lap data enabled. Outlap. Okay, so we got to wait for it, and I don't think he's going to get a lapping. So there's about 1 minute 20 left. Okay, 6 viewers and 2 comments. All right. Yeah, Ismolny there agreeing with myself. He doesn't have time. That's pretty fair there. I'm interested to see if it's going to be raining in the race, because sometimes if it's raining in the race, then chances are it's going to be raining towards like either the start or the end of the race. That's usually how this normally works out. Actually, Cloudy might have time. If he does, that'd be staggering. Oh, he's gone deep. That's going to cost him a bit of time. It's about 30 seconds. It's going to be nail-biting stuff. We can't really make a mistake if he wants to get a lap in. But I think he might have time, actually. 19 seconds. Okay, apparently it was Cloudy that held up Zaid. But to be honest, then again, Zaid is second, so I don't know why he's complaining. Maybe he could have had pole, but I don't know. And yes, Cloudy is going to have time to start a lap. And there he is, 4 seconds to go, and he started a lap. Right, so let's get the lap data enabled. Complex here on intermediate tyres, it's just going to be absolute oversteer. And whoa! And he just rides up on that curb there. Again, he's got a target to beat Punchline on 157.6. I don't see that happening. Of course, Punchline was sort of everywhere, as you saw on the start-finish straight. So maybe Cloud, you can get a bit further ahead than him. Maybe even Mike if he's lucky. 1 second before time was up. Well, it was technically about 5 seconds, but I mean, not exactly popular opinion that he's carried on with the lap, but if you want to sit a lap, then you're more than entitled to. Choice words from Zaid there. Oh god. Bit deep, it goes a bit deep around the hairpin there, but I don't think he's going to retire as everyone's asking him to. I think he's just going to keep on going. He wants to get a lap on the board. That's a 28 in sector 2. I don't know if that's any good because, I mean, I have poor pace around Singapore. I was setting 1 minute 39 deads. That's how poor it was. I see people doing like 136s and there's me doing 39s. Oh my god, it was embarrassing. Coming through the tunnel section up to the final chicane. Well, if you can call it a chicane or left-right circuit complex thing. And oh, we nearly lost it. Exit is going to be a bit tricky for him, and he sorted that out very nicely. And I think he's going to beat Race's Punchline here. 54, 55, 56. I think he has. I think he's actually beaten Punchline there. Let's actually have a look at the final standings. And he has by about 0.6 of a second. Alright, so you got your pole man Mercedes on, well, pole with a 140.2, Zaid with a 140.4. Only 2/10 separate the two Ferrari boys. You got Jonesy, easily qualifier of the day, 140.13 in third place, followed by Sway with a predictable, very good performance though with a 140.14, and that's enough time. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I'll sip on my drink before the start of the race. And it is a dry start. So I think it's looking likely. Yes, I was also on lap Zaid, but it got invalidated to the second last corner. So there's going to be a bit of controversy, and possibly, if anything goes to the stewards about this, I don't think it will. So as for strategy, I don't really see what's going to be going on. It's going to be a bit of a stretch between one stop and a 2-stop. I'd probably say 1 stop is maybe faster. Again, I'm not too certain because I'm not the best strategy guy to talk to. As you see, I do a lot of 2 stops. So you got Mercedes and Zaid on the front row. Let's see if they don't do a real life Ferrari at Singapore, and it's lights out. Away we go. It was like Zaid's actually got a better pull away, but and Zaid's actually gone into the provisional pole, into first position here. Mercedes has gone down. Whoa! Contact between the two Ferraris again. So he goes into third, Jonesy into fourth, Larkin fifth, Extreme into seventh, and Portuguese. What's happened there? Oh, there was contact between the middle, and there goes Mike, and he's had a bit of a mare of a race. Cloudy in 12th, and he goes. Oh, that's Mike. And that's Mike spun around. Oh, and he's been collected by tadpoles as well. And Race's Punchline is also down the order, and he's got damage, so maybe he was a part of that. And Jonesy gets overtaken, and Zaid gets overtaken by Sway, but Sway goes down the inside, and that's position made by Zaid, I think. Oh my goodness me. So Zaid goes down into turn 1 in the leader, and then Mercedes gets ahead of him, contact between the two Ferrari boys, and whoa. Such a start. Unbelievable. Larkin making a pretty good start, actually. Let's see how many positions he's gained. Nope, not that. Cloudy goes ahead of his Molney there. Nope, doesn't do it like that. Position change, there you go. Okay, so Larkin's only gone up by 1 position. Extreme has gone up by 3, and Tadpole's left the session. So I think that collision there at turn 4 was a bit too much for him, and he's decided to pack it in, really. And I believe this man is a debutant Harry here. I think it's his first race. Oh, and he's fighting really tough with his Molney here. Whoa, and his Molney cuts the corner a little bit, going down the inside. I think that's coming up to the tunnel part here. Let's go on board with him, actually, and I think Harry's actually got in the position. Great battle there, coming through start of Sector 3. Mercedes obviously sets the fastest lap of the race for the moment, as we were saying, and it looks like Harry is actually the starter of the race, coming down from 15th, last place, all the way up into 11th. Of course, can't take anything from extra. Whoa! Bit of fight between Fracco and Portuguese, and oh, and his contact with Portuguese. Cloudy goes down the inside. He's got both of them! Cloudy, in his debut race, has got both Fracco and Portuguese. Oh, we've been here since the very beginning, and oh my goodness. Kudos to Cloudy there. He saw that opportunity and he took it. Oh my word. Got Race's punchline and Mike in the pits. So Mike, I think, is going for a set of soft tyres. So I think he's going to try and maybe go to the end, or he's going to fit a set of ultras at the end of the race. And there's a bit of a front wing change for him. Tapol's in the pits, but of course that's his AI. We won't be seeing Tapol's take any further part in this race. Jonesy, Jay and Extrema also look pretty close as well. If there's anything going through here. Jonesy, of course, making not the best of starts, actually. He was third, but of course he got swamped by Larkin and Sway at in the first two sectors. Let's just go on board with Jonesy here, and he's actually got front wing damage, so that's why. Maybe he made a collision with either Sway or Zaid. So I know he was fighting with one of the Ferraris, I believe it was. One of the Ferraris actually didn't get a very good start at all, and Portuguese 3-second time penalty, corner cutting, I believe that is. And he's actually got damage of his own, so maybe he just whacked a wall. And Zaid there with a 141 dead becomes the fastest man on track at the moment. Anybody else coming into the pits? I don't believe so. Portuguese pits, actually. Let's see what tire he goes on. Oh, bit of a quick oversteer there. See what he does. Actually, let's go on to tyres. There we are. So you got Razor's Punchline and Mike on softs, Cloudy on super softs. So he's looking to go for the one stop, I would think. And Portuguese always goes on to a set of super softs there. So I think he's going to go for the two stop there. He's going to come out. Oh, he's going to come out miles ahead of Race's Punchline. As Harry's caught up to the back of Fracco but Wise there, and Fracco's lost a bit of time to Cloudy, but then again, I was going to say he was the one that had damage, but it was actually Jonesy there. Actually right on board with Sway for a minute. He's still keeping the gap up to Zaid. So Zaid and Mercedes, well, Mercedes is predictably running away with this race. Zaid isn't getting too far ahead of Sway. And in recent races, I don't know what has been going on with Sway, but he's just picked up the pace. Whether he's got onto manual gears, I know he runs medium traction control anyway, so maybe he just had a good kick up the arse. Maybe that's all he's needed, really. And he's still got these three, headed up by Jonesy with Jay and Extrema, and Cloudy is slowly starting to catch them both. And with the nature of the circuit that Singapore actually is, quite difficult to overtake, unless you're not in one of the two DRS zones. You have to be very, very cunning to make... Oh, and oh my word! I thought Jonesy lost it into the wall there. My heart was about to sink, because I had really good hopes for him. Because of the qualifying he had, I really hoped that he would have had a really good race. And 3-second time penalty for Zaid, so for the love of God, Zaid has bottled the race again. And there's the reason why Mercedes is getting ahead so fast, because he's got front wing damage. For a Sway, I don't believe he has. Nope. Larkin doesn't, Jonesy does. Jay does not. Rima does not. Cloudy does not. Neither does Fracco. Harry does. Ismolny does not. Portuguese. I don't think he changed his front wing during that pit stop. And there we go, Jonesy. Oh, fight with Jay there. And Jay forcing him wide there. Jonesy down the inside. Jay going around the outside of Jonesy. Oh, that was beautiful there. Oh, whoa, nearly slammed him right into the wall there. Is Jonesy going to go for a move down the inside? He is. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. Jay goes wide. But I think that is move made. Unless Jonesy can go right down the inside. Jay got a bad exit there. Is he going to go for the move? No, he's not. Oh, he was... Whoa! He was thinking about it, and then Jay just, like, parked it on the apex. Now that leaves Jonesy vulnerable to Extrema. He's going to go right down the inside, but hasn't got enough momentum to make the move stick. No, but he nearly... Whoa. Both the Haas and the Force India nearly cocked that one up massively. We've actually got Harry still behind Fracco. Does Fracco have front wing damage? No, he does not. Alright. Cloudy, he's really caught them two up, so maybe Cloudy could be a dark horse in this race and really have some decent pace on him. Oh, and Sway goes ahead of Zaid. Oh, because Zaid pits. He got so overreactive there. Alright, so let's see actually what Zaid goes on to. He goes on to a set of softs, I think that is. Yes. But I don't think that's going to go about, well, about 26 laps. I don't think that... Oh, okay. His car just went right into the pits. Oh, and Jonesy and Extreme are having a bit of a fight, and I missed that because me and Extrema sticking it right ahead of Jonesy. I would have thought that would have been on the outside of turn 2. And look at Cloudy. He's also got a good run on him. And Jonesy, oh, watch it, boy. Cloudy going around the outside. Can he make the move stick? Jonesy down the inside. He's pushing him wide, and he's pushed him wide fair and square there. And Harry and Fracco properly battling now. And Harry, I think, has got front wing damage. I think he had front wing damage anyway, but he's still behind Fracco. Jesus Christ. Actually, I've been talking so much, my jaw actually hurts. Only lap 5. Good God, if this is much action, my jaw's going to fall off. This is going to be interesting to see. Jonesy and Cloudy, because I know Jonesy's really been on the hunt for some points lately. Because he's looking to get, I believe, about top 5 in the championship. Because, well, Jonesy's been here from the start, and you've got people who haven't been in since the very start. So he's got a pretty good chance of being one of the, like, top 5, top 6 in the championship. Of course, myself. I mean, I've been commentating most of the league anyway, so... I mean, I don't exactly fancy my chances of getting into the top 5, but I can tell you, as of now, I will be racing in Japan, and I will be racing in Brazil. Those are the 2 races that I am for certain racing, because those are 2 of my favourite tracks on the calendar, and I really, really love them. More favourably towards Brazil, though, because I don't want to, I really don't want to plug another league into this league, but I mean, I just want to, because it's a bit of a story time. Whoa, and Cloudy goes right into the back of Jonesy. And suffers for that. Oh, actually, he got 3-second time penalty. But I don't think that was Jonesy's fault. I think he got punted by Cloudy there. And was forced to cut the corner a little bit. Because of the excess speed that he had. Got tadpoles there. Of course, I'm retiring early on. And what's surprising is, there are no retirements due to crashes. And Harry and Fracco still fighting it out. And there we go, DRS overtakes. That was easily move made. Fracco isn't giving this up. He could go for a dive down the inside. No, he's not. Okay. Right, so as I was saying, I just thought like a little bit of a story, like while the race is still going on. Pretty much another league that I race for, the Masters Championship. You might have heard of it. I was racing in Brazil against one of its top boys, Lewis W03. He's one of the best racers that I've ever seen. And oh, and Jonesy clips the wall there. I was going to give another chance to Cloudy, and Cloudy actually clips the wall as well. And like me and Lewis, I mean, I'm not the fastest. I mean, I was always at the bottom of the finishing pack, nearly every single race, apart from the odd 2 points here and there. But in Brazil, I was adamant to get a good race out of it, and I did. I had a really good race with him. Like, it was constant overtakes, left, right, and centre for about a good 10 laps altogether. And then at the final corner, you know the corner where you're going up the corner to like climb up the hill towards the line, like just at the end of sector 2, that checkpoint there. I done like the switchback of dreams on him. It was incredible. I absolutely loved it, and I actually managed to make the move stick. Well, up until turn 2, through the Schumacher S's. I think it's Schumacher or Senna S's. No, Schumacher S's is for Japan. Yeah. Anyway, then he got me into turn 2, and then that was the end of our battle there. That's story time over for that. And as I end that story, Extreme is actually getting very close to Jay. Only 600ths away. Is he going to make the move around the outside? Jay sticks down the inside. He goes deep. Extreme looking for a cutback here. He's going to go around the outside as Jay was on Extreme earlier on. On another switchback on him, and whoa, talk about switchback of dreams. That was fantastic. Oh, apologies there. Oh, I think that was a bit of a collision. I think I saw. Nah, was it? Okay, because else Jay would have had a bit of his front wing off. So Mercedes are not running away with this race entirely. He's got a bit of a pace advantage, but Sway still about 5-6-ish seconds ahead. Sorry, 5-6-ish 6-ish seconds behind. An Extreme with a 3-second time penalty now. A lot of people are just getting time penalties, well, mainly Portuguese anyway. Let's actually see how Zaid's getting on. He's in a bit of a race of his own. He's about 9 seconds behind his Molney, and about 21 seconds ahead of Portuguese. That's a bit embarrassing on his end. Portuguese anyway. And the two debutants, Cloudy and Harry there. Oh, and Jonesy goes ahead of Jay, because Jay pits. Righto. And Jay, Fracco, Harry, there we go. Harry and Cloudy, who's going to get the best out of turn 2? Turn 1. Cloudy squeezes him out. Harry going to go around the outside, switch to the inside. He's going to get a good run. He got a better run than Cloudy. He's going to go for an outside move into turn 4. This is going to be something to watch. Here we go for a cutback on Cloudy. And that is move made, I think. He's going to have DRS, and that's going to be move made there. Brilliant stuff from Harry there. Cloudy looking for a bit of a move as well, because he's trying to get into the slipstream, but Harry, he's just pulling away. Oh, I might actually sneeze in a minute. That's not what I want. So I think, as everyone's tyres is going off, this might be where Cloudy's really starts to come into its own. Of course, like somehow Harry's actually managed to make an overtake on one ultra soft compared to Cloudy's relatively scrub set of super softs. I'll actually tell you what, that would have been really awkward if my headset was actually on mute. That would have been really bad. Well, let's hope that's a bit better, because I don't know if, like, for the entirety of the race I was a bit quiet, so I moved the mic closer to my mouth, because that's really what we need. Well, actually, Punchline on Portuguese getting a bit of a move on. Wow. There was only a bit of a time before Portuguese actually lost the position to Punchline, because Punchline we're used to seeing up there, I think. Actually, is that Punchline or who's the other Mercedes? I've actually forgotten who. Ah, right, yeah, Jacko. And of course, Jacko, I think, has actually left the league, so that's pretty unfortunate for him. Let's actually go on board with Mike here, and is he retired? I didn't catch him retiring. Let's just double check that. Yeah, okay, he retired lap 8. Oh, wait, is it lap 8? Probably. Ah, it's lap 9, alright. Or was it just started lap 9? Oh, I don't know. I have a tyre glitch, like driving on ice, can't brake for corners. Actually, just like bear with me a moment while I actually read. Actually, no, I can just check it on my phone. Let's go on board with, let's say, Fracco for the time being, as he's trying to fight Cloudy. I mean, this is a good race between the two of them. Right, yep. So Mike says, I have a tyre glitch, like driving on ice, can't brake for corners unless way too early. So that sounds like he's got some sort of downforce issue, maybe. I don't know. Oh god, nearly dropped my controller in. That would have been a bit of an embarrassment. Oh my word, and Fracco's lost it! Ah, just a classic oversteer moment at the exit. Happens to us all. Ah, that's not what Fracco wanted. Would have been a really good fight to see if he would have gotten close to Cloudy there. And Harry just now, he's actually now hounding down Jonesy. Ah, right. That's Jay going ahead of Fracco. And actually, Zaid is actually getting behind his Molney, so he's closed down that 9-second gap very quickly. And this looks like it's going to be a very simple overtake. Let's go on board with his Molney, actually. Yeah, a simple move, mate. Is he going to try and switch back? Zaid corner cuts a tiny bit. He hasn't got a penalty, though. Well, he does, but not for that particular incident. And that's move made by Zaid. And look at that. Sway is still keeping up. He's losing like a little bit of time. Oh, hang on. Jonesy. Okay, Mike just saying no, it just slides on, Bob. Right, so I think that just means like his car just slides. All right, well that's probably on exit corners. I don't know really. Maybe that's a tire temperature or tire pressure thing. I don't know. And yep, there you go. I've actually it says he's on AI, so it looks like he's paused. See what it says for Tadpole's AI on broadcast. Oh no, I won't tell you. Actually, is that Portuguese behind him? It is. Yeah. It says Tadpole's retired there. But then if you went on board with Mike, as he was being overtaken by one of the Force Indians, it said that he was being controlled by AI, so that suggests that he was on the pause menu. I was back on board with Harry there, handing down Jonesy. Zaid with another 3-second time penalty. Zaid, stop cutting the fucking corners, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I thought I saw him make a move on Jonesy then. Nothing as of yet. We've got a bit of a gap to Cloudy. Cloudy's going around the final corner now. Well, when Jonesy goes ultimately wide, that's left him incredibly vulnerable to Harry. Okay, and apparently Mike is going to retire now, and there you go. He just binned it into the wall? Oh, no, okay. And Fracco's left the session as well. There's the only retirement as of now, because of crashes, is actually Fracco. The other two were just out of pure rage, I want to say. Oh, I keep saying bloody hungry tadpole's there. Why hasn't this bloody thing gone grey yet? Right, so it's and there you go. Harry's just overtaking Jonesy. Again, I keep missing the bloody good moments. As I was saying though, Mercedes not crawling away as much as he'd think he is to Sway, because it was about 5.9 about 5-6 laps ago, and it's only gotten to about 7.1. So Sway's definitely got a bit of pace about him. I mean, he's got like a massive gap to Larkin. I mean, Larkin's having his own bloody race there. And Jonesy now having a fight with Cloudy, because Cloudy's now managed to get close. Look how far bloody Harry's managed to go. So Harry at the moment is looking like the driver of the day, because I mean, look at that. He's gone brilliantly. Of course, I doesn't take any. Oh my word! What on earth happened to Jonesy there? His front wing just completely came off. So I mean, he's gonna have to pit. There's no way he's gonna want to drive on like literally no front wing. I hope you guys saw that, because we was actually on board with him, and then part of his front wing just came right off. Look at this Cloudy, and that's Jonesy in the pits. Yeah, and that's who else in the pits? As Jonesy comes in, who's that ahead of him? I believe that's Harry. Okay. Well, this could actually be a bit of an advantage for Jonesy, because Jonesy can just follow Harry through, and with the pace that Harry's had, coming up to about 5th, he could be doing really good here. That set of super softs there. What about Jonesy? What's he gone on to? Set of super softs and a front wing change. Jay coming through now. Cloudy up into 5th, getting hounded down by Zaid. Whoa, nearly a squeeze to the wall there. Cloudy's going to keep it around the outside, but this is Zaid we talked about. He pushes him wide. And Fracco, he said a message which I'll read out all in due course. I'll tell you who we haven't really had a look of is Race's Punchline, because he's sort of having a bit of the same race as Portuguese. He's just having a race of his own actually. But at the moment, Jonesy, Punchline, and Portuguese just having races of their own. But of course, that's because Jonesy pitted. I should go to interval gaps, so then we know exactly who to look for. At the moment now, it looks like Zaid is the one having his own little race. He's actually got the biggest gap to Extrema, 11 seconds I think that is, and Extrema pits. Anyone else pitting? No, okay. Right, so next people we're expecting to pit is either Cloudy. Oh, Cloudy's left the session. Why is he left? Let's just hope it's some sort of internet connection, because if he's just straight up rage quit, that would have been an absolutely appalling, because Cloudy was on for a really good set of points there actually. And his Mullin goes ahead, he doesn't pit. What about Jay? Jay doesn't pit either. Extrema out on a set of super softs. So I think this is going to be the one stop for Extrema. As for Zaid, I think he's going to be trying to do the exact same thing. Stretch those soft tyres out to the end as his race's punchline. It's like strategy at the moment, ultra softs to super softs around lap 15ish, maybe 14. Let's have a look at people's tyres. Sway has a tiny bit more tyre wear than Mercedes, so maybe he's going to be pitting in this lap or next. Let's just have a look at the rears. That's where they're going to take the most beating around here. Looks like Sways are a tiny bit worse by a small percentile. Look at Extrema. Oh, and he's just like driven right through Cloudy. That's a shame to see from Cloudy. He's just straight up quit, I think. Really didn't want to see that happen. He was on for some decent points in 5th. And Jay also going to follow through and overtake. Whoa, what's happened to Sway? Here comes Larkin. Oh, and Larkin pits as well, so something happened to Sway. I think he just got a really bad exit because of his worn tyres. So Sway got incredibly lucky there. He is one lucky person. Oh my goodness. I just see him in the wall and I thought, please don't tell me he's retired. That would have been the last thing I wanted to see. He was on again, he was on for a really good podium in 2nd place. Of course now it's looking less likely because okay, Larkin's actually jumped him in the pits because of the front wing change. So most that Sway can get now is 3rd, I think. Maybe, actually I don't know because Extrema's pitted. And Mike's saying I'm getting sick of my luck, can't catch a break. Funny. Do you not get it, guys? Catch a break? A break and break? No? Just me? Okay. We've got Ismolny who pits, comes out on a set of super softs, as does Cloudy's AI. So apparently, Cloudy's Wi-Fi just broke, and he's waiting for it to work again. He was fighting at the moment. Still Jay and Larkin. Jay's going to have to make a pit stop, I think. Or is he on fresh tyres? And Golsey, who's actually my teammate in the Red Bull, going, pardon the pun, Mike. Right, so let's actually have a look. See if he's actually made a pit stop. Who are we looking at? Jay here. No, he hasn't made a pit. And there we go. Cloudy has finally joined. Is it too little too late? Well, so, Cloudy, if you don't know how to join, go back into your car. Just go through the spectator menu, go to driver select, select your driver, and then press take control. That should help you there. And there we go, Mercedes pits onto a set of soft tyres. Oh wow, okay, that's bold. And here comes Zaid. Is he going to make the move? I don't think he is. He's a bit too far back. It's going to be a fight between the two Ferrari boys. Here comes Zaid on Mercedes. He's got the move done. Zaid has done it. Zaid has somehow gone from 2nd to, I believe, 10th or 11th and back up to 1st. He's kept those tyres going for ages, but look at Mercedes. He's got some damn speed on him. Whoa, he's going around the outside. Zaid pushes him wide. That's not favourable. Goes down the inside of Zaid. Whoa, and contact, and that's Zaid in the wall. Oh no, not again, boys. Please, for the love of God, keep it clean. Sure, we like the odd collision here and there, but not when it's between two bloody teammates who I would have thought were on good terms. Zaid's going to be at the pace disadvantage because he's also got 6 seconds of time penalties. Mercedes is going for a switchback. And he's actually got a good bit of pace on Zaid. He's going to go around the outside. So Zaid, please don't squeeze him into the wall. We're watching you, mate. Whole world's watching you. Well, 5 people are watching you. And he keeps the position ahead of Mercedes. Has Cloudy gained control of his car? Yes, he has. And he got a bit of a mare on from that exit. My throat is really dry. I've been talking so much. Right, let's see if Mercedes can make a move down the pit straight. I should have a bit of a sip of a drink. Oh, that's better. And Zaid pits. Right, so we can't take those tyres to the end. Or maybe he thought that that front wing... Oh, for fuck's sake. Zaid, stop it, man. Fucking stop. Come on, man. And he's going to have another 5-second time penalty. And if it's to be... Oh, God. And he just said, thanks, Mercedes. Oh. And if glitches are to be believed, because they'd, didn't actually serve his penalty, for some ungodly reason, that means that the glitch, where 5 seconds is going to turn into 10 seconds, that means Zaid is pretty much fucked. Because if you lot are aware of the glitch, if you get like a speeding penalty 5 seconds and your pit crew don't actually help, let you serve it, and if you aren't scheduled to make another pit stop, you're going to get 10 seconds of penalties. That's going to drop you down even further than you technically should be. But of course, the steward should help sort that out for him. So I don't think you should worry about that all too much. And Mike telling me to mind my language. My channel, do what I like. If I get demonetized, then so be it. It's away with a 3-second time penalty. I think that's just again like a simple corner cut or deviating from the track. Molly's actually gained a bit of pace on Race's punchline. I think this is okay. Apparently Molly is on a set of super softs. As we can see there, he's on ultras. Codemasters, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Fix your damn game. And Mike calling me a prick. Ha 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 ha. Oh, okay. And Jonesy's wheel just going out absolutely nowhere, and this could be a good fight actually. Zaid on Jonesy. You know, secretly between us, if I was Jonesy, I would hold him up a good old treat and just not let him through as easily. Like, nah, I ain't getting through that easy. So, as I was saying, let's see if Zaid can actually overtake Jonesy. I sort of hoping he doesn't. And my wish does not come true. Oh, and he corner cuts an absolute treat there. So is he going to give the position back to Jonesy? No, he's not. Fuck's sake, Zaid. Of course, Jonesy couldn't really do anything because he was already side by side with him coming into turn 1. Nothing he could do. Extreme actually looking for a pretty good race here today. He's come from... Let's have a look. Oh, okay. He's come from 10th. But again, I think my driver of the day at the minute, Harry, I mean, 15th up into 5th. Come on. Give the guy some credit. And punchline is Molney. Oh, and Jay also having a bit of a good old tussle here. I'll actually go on board with his Molney because he gets a perfect view of these two having a fight. Actually, has punchline got front wing damage? Actually, none of these three have front wing damage. That's good. I actually think that's pretty cool. Like, just deviating from this for a moment, just look at both cars when they're on a straight. The only thing that changes is the colour of the tyres. Like, I just think that's cool. But that's just me. As Tadpole's retired, his ghost is still banging around. He hasn't. I think he has left the session, but for some reason, but like his AI just haven't driven off the track. I don't know why that happens. Just like Ismolny's dropping back very slightly, and now we got Jay coming up to race his punchline. Down the inside. Oh, it's going to be close. Squeeze the punchline wide, but that's fair enough. And that's a 3-second penalty on his end. But still, that's move made. Good job there. Meanwhile, Mercedes is still just banging out laps. What is Molney on race's punchline? Is he going to be able to get a move done? I don't think so. Would be good to see. Oh, he's getting pretty close, but punchline's actually starting to catch back up to Jay. It looks pretty close between the three of them. I mean, nobody's really like walking away from each other. It's a pretty nip and tuck race, if I'm honest. I mean, better than we've seen most races where Mercedes probably leads by about 30 seconds and Portuguese is last by about 20. And Jonesy gets a 3-second time penalty. Their corner cut in. And it's like, Tadpot, oh, that's because of his AI, my bad. I keep thinking he's still banging about in the race. This could be a good one to watch. Sway on Larkin. As we know, Sway's been on a bit of a good recent run of podiums here. It'll be pretty interesting to see who will actually get in the podium interviews. As you know, as we do it on AOR, we usually do it one by one. I'll invite one guy, talk to him, he leaves, invite the other, and etc. up until we've done all three. And there's Molney with 3-second time penalty. That's going to hinder his chances at overtaking Race's punchline. I actually don't know who doesn't have a time penalty. I don't think Mercedes does. I think Extrema has one. Larkin doesn't, I don't think. Sway, I think, has 1 or 2. Harry, I think, only has 1. Zaid has God knows how many. Jonesy has 2. Jay, I think, has 1. Punchline has 1, I think. Ismolny, as we saw there, had 1. Claudia, I don't think, has any. Portuguese has none, which is surprising, actually. And Tadpoles doesn't have 1. Oh, and that's Harry out! Oh, my... Oh, my word. I see Sector 3 coming up, and I see Harry going down. Oh, and that's Jonesy! But... Come on, man! Oh, no! You have to make another pit stop. That's going to bring him down to where, Portuguese is. Oh, this is dreadful! He was looking for some really good points. As I was saying, I see, Yellow's in Sector 3, then I see Harry's name go down getting overtaken by Zaid. I thought he'd retired, and my heart was about to sink then, because I was really rooting for him to get some really good points. Then it turns out it's Jonesy, who's also having a pretty good race of his own. Oh, my God, talk about having heart attacks. Jesus Christ. Let's see who's doing what then. Doesn't seem like anyone's really within a second of anybody. I mean, at the moment it looks like closest is Ismolny on Race's punchline. I keep on seeing like little things of, like rain or dirt in the corner, but it keeps on making me think that it's raining or something. I'll tell you what, that would have really thrown a spanner in the works. 10 laps to go, and then it just starts raining. That would have been brilliant. Oh, my apologies there, I had to sneeze. Now Ismail is now broken out of the 2-second gap there. And Zaid actually setting the fastest lap on the race. Of course, because lower fuel means lighter cars, faster and faster, etc. Oh God, I keep feeling like I'm on the brink of a burp. That's going to be pretty bad. It looks like Sway's really caught up to Larkin now. It was about 2.5 seconds. Has now hounded him down to about 1.3. Steady progress being made for Sway here. It's looking pretty good for him for a podium. And it's Larkin can stick him behind, which should be great to see. A battle between Larkin, who's only been here for a few races, and Sway, who's been here since the very beginning. Now here's the pace detriment. Larkin doesn't have front wing damage. Sway does. And of course we know Sway has a bit of a pace advantage, but now that he's got front wing damage, it might be pretty equal, or maybe Larkin's going to be a bit faster. Actually, let's check when Larkin pitted. Race director. Larkin, yeah. So we pitted around lap 14. Oh, what about Sway? Lap 14, okay. Right, so it's like, Sway's got 1 penalty. What about Larkin? I don't know if he does. He doesn't, I think. He got 1 warning on lap 1. Still all to play for, really. Sway 1.2 behind, so it's like he's the one with the pace advantage at the moment, slowly crawling back time. Apologies guys, I just had to check the time. And Sway very nearly again with another corner cutting penalty. Penalty. And I say I passed my GCSE English. Good God. That was very nearly another bit of damage for Sway there. And he's slapping it into the wall there. Let's see, who do we go on board with? Let's go on board with Cloudy for a little bit. Actually, let's see what Jonesy's doing. She's about 23 seconds behind. Fresh Ultra Softs. Cloudy's on worn Ultra Soft, so we might have to make another pit stop. So Jonesy could be in for a point here. I think Jonesy's going to have to make another pit stop as well, but I don't know. Actually, no, he's going to be fine. Jonesy's going to be fine. Because people were taking their Ultra Softs to about lap 12, 13, and Jonesy pitted lap 20 or 21, so it'll be about 11 laps in, so it'll be fine. Cloudy, I think, still has to make a pit stop. There's actually a double check there. Cloudy. Okay, apparently he'd done a lap on no tyres on lap 12. Alright, so he pitted lap 14 for Ultras, so I think he will have to stop it. Well, he's going to have to stop again, obviously. Wouldn't surprise me if he goes on to another set of Ultras, if he's got any left, that is. Of course, there are some race situations where you're looking for a certain tyre, but it turns out it's either a scrub set, which is about 20% worn, because of qualifying, or you just don't have any available. It's usually the fact that it's a scrub set, which is a tiny bit worn. And that's not exactly what you want. You want some proper fresh boots on. Well, scrub set, you're going to be able to get temperatures in quicker, but fresh set, you're going to be able to get proper laps in with fresh set, not scrub sets. Of course, if scrub sets is all you got, then yeah. And Jonesy, 5-second penalty. And Zaid with another 3-second time penalty. At this rate, Zayd's going to be about 8th. Not even that, actually, I don't think. I think... Well, yeah, he's going to be about 8th. Oh, Sector 2. To Sector 3. Who's had an incident? Only no... Oh, and Jonesy's gone. Jonesy has had it. No doubt, pure frustration on his end. 5-second penalty, and then he would have just had it. I don't blame him, to be honest. That's going to be him out of contention for points, unless 3 more cars retire. Well, actually, I don't think 3 more cars are going to retire. Plus, that wouldn't exactly help Jonesy, unless every other car had time penalties. So Cloudy pits for another fresh set of Ultra Softs, and I think that's going to be it for him. I can't see him making any sort of... He's going to make inroads on Ismolny like a rocket, but I don't think he's going to be able to overtake him. Look at that, 35-second gap. Apologies there, another sneeze. That was bad. Wow. You burst my bloody nose. Next streamer, just now 10 seconds at Mercedes. So the Mercedes has just been controlling the pace like a madman today. It's been brilliant. I think if Mercedes wanted to, we could just go into the pits for a set of fresh Ultra Softs. I think he might still be able to come out ahead of Extrema. So as the tables stand, I think this means that Mercedes would... He'd either be a few points behind, or he'd be ahead by a few points. Just bear with me while I actually check the AOR league tables. Just bear with me one moment, I won't be long. I'll still be looking at the screen every now and then to see the gaps. Forums would it be? Bit of results. Formula 1. Is the Extremer going through one of the retired cars? I believe that's Tadpoles there. Let's go on board with... Let's go on board with Sway for a bit. These... Pace is leveled up between him and Larkin. Alright, so I'm now on the table screen. Right, so Extreme on top at the minute and Mercedes behind, but what's the gaps between the two drivers? Alright, okay, so Mercedes at the moment is on 168 and Jamie is on 214, so Jamie is looking very, very good for the title win. But of course, Mercedes, if he wins here today, he's gonna get like some. He's gonna be able to close that gap down. I mean, it's about 46 points. So if Mercedes wins every single race and Extreme becomes second, I think it could be a bit of a nail biter down to Abu Dhabi, but I don't know. And Zayd pits. That's a bit strange. Okay, so Zayd pits. I think he would have served his 5-second stop-go penalty, so that's fine. So yeah, at the moment it's looking like Extreme is obviously going to stay ahead, but Mercedes is going to be able to close that gap down. And let's keep in mind that Mercedes didn't join up until Monaco, where he won the first 3 races, where he won at Monaco, Canada and Baku, and then he also thought, you know what, I'm going to win, oh, what was it? I'm literally looking at the screen, I can't even remember. Then he decided to win Brazil and Italy, whereas Extrema won in China, Russia, Britain, Hungary, and the last race in Malaysia. Considering that Mercedes only joined in Monaco, he's really been keeping it in there. And Zayd with another 3-second fucking penalty. Oh, Zayd, what you doing, man? It looks like Sway. I don't think he's gonna be able to get on the podium now. I think he's out of it now. He was 2.8 and then crossed the line 3.2 seconds. And look at that, he's got massive front wing damage there now. He's probably, I don't know, does he pit now? Harry's about 16 seconds behind, but he's showing some real good pace. The Sway pits for fresh ultras if he's got any left. Can I come out around? He's going to come out around 6th, obviously, but will he have enough pace to overtake? And Zayd gets ahead of his Molney there. Well, that was a bit of a brave overtake. I think that was actually going into the penultimate corner. So Zayd really making some pace, actually. And his Molney with a 3-second time penalty. Yep, so I think Sway's completely binned that chance of a podium there then. And Larkin, I mean, he's just found pace out of absolutely nowhere. He's just brought it today. Where did he qualify? Alright, so he qualified about 5th. And gained about 2 positions, so that's not too bad from him. Punchline because of, well, mainly because of the retirements. He's gained about 6 positions, so that's pretty good. But I'm still probably going to stick on my driver of the day, which is going to be Harry. I mean, he's shown brilliant pace. 2-2. What tyres everyone's on? And Portuguese actually overtakes Cloudy. Whoa! In Cloudy's round. Contact between Portuguese and another driver. Oh my word. So from the way that looked, again, that looks like it was Portuguese's fault, because if it was Cloudy's fault, then Portuguese would have gone round. That's usually how it is. Because whoever's fault it is, well, the innocent one is usually the one that spins round. And in this case, Cloudy was the one that spun around. He was down the inside. I think Portuguese was maybe trying to make a move around the outside. Came across a bit too early. Hit Cloudy's front left tyre, and then Cloudy just went right into the wall. And predictably, Zayd goes fastest. Again, lighter car, much faster. Extreme still with a gap of about 11.5 seconds. And Sway's, look at Sway's gap. 4.5. So he's lost about 2 odd seconds. And that's a retirement maybe? Sector 2. That's Cloudy. Oh, he spun it again. Oh, and that was very close to Larkin. Oh, my word. That could have been horrific. If Larkin would have been collected by him then Sway would have been screaming like, fuck yes. And let's hope Cloudy doesn't hold up Sway. And Zayd's actually overtaken Race's punchline. Okay. Does he have enough pace to overtake Jay? Jay maybe. It's only about 3 laps to go. I don't think he does, but we've seen things from Zayd that we would have thought, what the fuck? I mean, mainly Monaco, and mainly bad things like Austria, but let's not talk about those. That's a Cloudy, and he's pitting, so Sway isn't going to be held up there. In Portuguese, I mean. Ooh, Jesus. I mean, Portuguese has been probably the luckiest driver of the season. He's had chance after chance. And it's going to be a bit of a tough one, because if Cloudy takes it to the stewards, this is not going to be looking very good for Portuguese's AOR career. If he's not lucky, he's possibly even looking at a blacklist, which, I mean, we don't like seeing any driver blacklisted, but of course, if it's for a good reason, then of course, fair enough, like intentional crashing. But Portuguese, I don't think he's really like intentionally crashed anyone out, really. It's just been wrong place, wrong time, if I'm honest. And Zayd, another 3-second penalty. So it looks like now he's going to be around 9th. This isn't exactly going to be Zayd's best race, and I think all of that is really going to be down to what happened between him and Mercedes, because Zayd had to pit because his front wing was coming off, and that was a bit of a strong fight between the two. Again, I don't really know if anyone's to blame, because I don't think Mercedes would have intentionally put him in the wall. I mean, sure, Mercedes went down the inside, but I think Zayd could have probably maybe just yielded the position. But that's a bit of a tough one to call. I don't know. We'll have to see some points of view to see if anyone was really at fault. I don't think anyone's at fault, but I think maybe racing incident and just tempers got the best of people. And hello, yellow flag. Who is that for? And that's Cloudy again. Oh my word. Oh my word. And he's just weaving now. Is he actually in the way of anyone? No, he's just trying to get control of his car. Cloudy was looking for, again, some really good points, but for some reason, oh, he's just gone on. I think that's it. I think he's retired it now. Yeah, there we go. He's retired. Oh no, is he just gone straight on? He's just gone straight on. Or was he? Did he try donuts? You got people coming through, so this is strange. Cloudy's rejoining very dangerously. That whoa! Oh my god! That is he just made contact with Extreme. Oh no! 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 That isn't good. Cloudy, I think you might have just really messed up badly there. Rejoined extremely dangerously, and you just I didn't even see him get out of the way, really. He just stayed on the racing line. I think Extreme may even got some front wing damage. He does. Oh, he does. Oh no. And what I really don't want to see is Cloudy saying that it was Extreme's fault, because I don't really want to see anybody saying it was anybody's fault without hard evidence. I mean, that was pretty clear that, like, Cloudy was in his way, but I don't think that would have been intentional. At least I hope it wasn't. You don't want to see you don't ever want to see an intentional incident between two drivers. That's just bad sportsmanship. And Zayd, whoa, he's got 1 lap now. This is Daniel Ricciardo, Nico Rosberg stuff from 2016. This is some hard stuff. And look at that, 8 tenths already. And that's it, Cloudy's retired. He's just binned it into the wall. And he nearly collected Larkin again. Oh, and now, oh. And Jay just ghosted. And whoa! Zay's been disqualified! Oh, whoa! I think that's the first time in his career that he's been disqualified. And Zay's left the session. That is pure rage quit there. So we're We're down to 9 runners. I don't believe this. Oh my... So apparently Cloudy's controller disconnected, and Mercedes starts the final lap 31. Right, so let's see what Cloudy had to say there. That was something else. What on earth was that? Right. My controller disconnected, so I went straight on and I couldn't stop spinning. Sorry, Extreme. Okay, so at least he apologised. That's the main thing. Because if you just like crash into someone and don't apologise, that's a bit of a dick move. So at least for the most part, he apologised and owned up to what he did. But of course, like, that might have been, like, that's... I don't think I want to say that sounds like an excuse, because that does happen where your controller just disconnects out of nowhere, especially if it's pad, but I don't know if he uses pad or wheel. So we're just riding on board with Mercedes for the last lap. Coming around the final turn. It's as if after my stop, my tyres were like ice. Right, so it looks like him and Mike are saying the same thing. Their tyres are just like ice and they're just going nowhere. The reason behind that is because as soon as you went straight on, you were just spinning around and your tyres just heated up massively. I mean, like, to be honest, I don't know if that was really under your own control, the incident with Extreme. I don't know. We're going to have to wait for the steward's inquiry on that, if any sort of inquiry comes to it. But anyway, guys, come around the final corner. Mercedes comes and crosses the line to take the win at Singapore. Dominant drive as ever. What a drive! I mean, if this isn't a message to Extremer that he wants to be in the title fight, oh, and that's just gonna be it. That's gonna really tell him that he's in the title fight with him. And Extremer also crosses the line to take an incredible P2, and Larkin, what a drive! He's come up to 3rd. Brilliant stuff. And now we're just waiting for Sway to come. To come across the line. He did what he could and he made the best of a bad situation, and he comes 4th and smashes it into the wall. And my driver of the day, Harry, I mean, brilliant. He come from last, took advantage of some pretty nasty scenes and managed to hold position in 5th place. Brilliant drive. Jay, also I believe a debutant, 6th place, incredible drive. Can't take that away from him at all. Punchline, pretty average race, I'd say. Not too bad. Comes across the line, and now we're all waiting on Ismolny now. Had another bit of a mediocre race. Nothing special, nothing great, nothing bad. Just held position, and yeah. There we go. Ismolny crosses the line. That's the end of the race. So that was a different sort of race. That felt more like a scrappy race. Of course, everyone having the 1 week break from AOR, depending if people had other league races or not, and adrenaline just flowing to get back into the swing of AOR. And there you see Mercedes, Extremer, and Larkin as well. 2 Force India boys doing very, very good. The Mercedes, no stranger to celebrating on the podium. And I believe this is Larkin's first podium, maybe. Maurizio Arrivabene there, proud of his driver. He'd have been glad that he signed him for... I mean, if he were to have signed Mercedes, I mean, he'd have probably paid him in, like, a pack of crisps or something, I don't know. And there's your tables there, ladies and gentlemen. Mercedes, Extremer, Larkin, Sway, Harry, Jay, Races Punchline, Ismolny, and Portuguese. Wow. And apparently Extremer actually brake checked Jay twice, but, you know, I don't know anything about that. I don't know if I saw that, but of course that was in the eyes of the drivers. And Zaid there, poor showing. It was just a straight up disqualification. I don't know what on earth was happening between them two. And apparently someone dived Ismolny down at the beginning. Sorry mate, I didn't catch that. I was concentrating on the 2 Ferraris and seeing what Jonesy could do there as well, and also Sway. Portuguese WTF, I was on your fucking inside and you fucking something else, I don't know. So I'm gonna try and invite those three in here. So first of all, let's try and get Mercedes in here. If I've actually got his account, please tell me I do. If I don't, that'd be embarrassing. There we are. Right, so we're gonna wait about 5 minutes for Mercedes to join. See if he does. And given about 5 minutes, if he doesn't join, then I'll go on to Extreme and so forth. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Right. But first of all, congratulations on the race win. That was. Oh my word. I'm just gonna let you explain it, mate. First of all, you versus Zaid around the middle of the race. Talk us through it, mate.
Well, I came out the pit, obviously just got ahead, and instantly like, my car felt unbelievable, really. And I knew I obviously had the pace because he had to pit much earlier. He sort of left me out wide on after the straight, obviously forced me off the track a bit. Then I just come to brake and sort of, I don't know, I must have picked up some debris and just sort of straight on and sort of clipped him a bit.
Ah, okay, alright.
Yeah, yeah, but I think it's just where I went off wide and just, then I just lost grip. Obviously my tyres are still, you know, cold from the pit stop, so.
Ah, okay, alright.
I'm sorry about that, but I just.
Ah, alright,
yeah.
well that's fair enough. Like at the end of the day, like you owned up to your mistakes. I thought it was more the fact that it was just like hostility between the two of you from the last race. I just thought, please don't tell me there's going to be some massive animosity about this. But luckily, it wasn't of the sort.
No, it was just cold tyres. Obviously went off wide and I hit my normal braking point and sort of just 2 into 1 really.
Well, I don't really know if you were to have let him through, for example. I don't know if that would have made any sort of difference, because I don't know if you know about this, but he had about 16 seconds worth of penalties, including 2 stop-go penalties.
Yeah, obviously where he's my teammate, it was coming up saying that.
Ah, okay.
That teammate and penalties, and obviously I could see him coming in the pits about 3 or 4 times, so. You know, he was quick, but it's not consistent really.
Okay. What about the start? Because we see Zaid actually got the best of you going down to turn 1, and then somehow you just managed to clip it through again.
I thought it was a jump start, but I think I just didn't get off the line very well. But he went wide, went straight on basically. So I just cut back on him, and then.
Oh, okay.
And then he was following me for a few laps, and then I think going on to the straight, turn 3 or whatever it was, I see him clip the barrier, and then that's when Luke was right after his gearbox, and I don't really know what happened to him after that.
Let's just make sure that that we don't have another let's say like connection issue. But like one quick question: can you just check to make sure your voice is actually shared?
I think it is.
You don't have to explain all this again.
Always allowed. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
We're good.
All right.
Yeah.
What about the strategy? Was it always going to be a one-stop ultra softs to softs?
Yeah, so I was always going to plan that. I probably could have got away with the supers. I only had about 30% of my softs at the end there.
We did. I didn't really know what was going on there.
I knew as soon as Zaid had his problem, but I could sort of I was just coasting in really, keeping it between the lines, away from the barrier. So.
We were seeing people coming in for super softs, and then we just see you coming in for softs, and we just thought, like, it may be like your tyre wear just wasn't exactly brilliant. So I thought you were just trying to go for the safer option, because as we've seen, you've been able to make one stops work before.
I could have gone in the supers, but
okay.
I know if I come out in the softs, then I'd have plenty to sort of push with. So.
Okay.
I was always planning the softs.
And just to finish off, we see you wasn't exactly pulling away from Sway in the first stage of the race, and like we're obviously used to you like just pulling away massively, but in recent races we've seen that you haven't exactly been able to build as much as a gap as we've normally seen. So is it just the fact that everyone's getting faster, or is it just these past few tracks haven't really suited you best?
I think everyone has got faster, a lot faster.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't, like I said, I was pushing enough to build a gap, but not to go and destroy my tyres.
Okay. Right. Okay, I see.
As long as possible, basically. Then it gives me the option. Obviously, you know, if I wanted to come in from the supers.
Right. I see.
Off, but yeah.
What about?
I still think everyone's definitely picked up the pace massively.
Okay. Well, see what happens come to the final end.
Have his, you know, the eventful race he did, then.
I reckon that would have been a good race if certain circumstances didn't come to fruition. But apart from that, what's the next race? Japan, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. How are you feeling about Japan? Good pace? Bad pace?
Pretty good pace there. Well, I got a good move there last weekend.
Okay.
Took Falcon around the outside of Degner 1, which felt good, so... yeah, we'll see. It's hard track to overtake on, so hopefully try and get pole and
just lead the way.
Fun. Yeah, hopefully.
Well, thank you for chatting with us, and congratulations on your win, closing down the points to Extremer in the table, and we'll see you in Japan, which I think I actually might be joining you for. Yeah,
so you're going to race this one,
well, thank you for joining us.
To get to second. That was a hell of a stretch.
I know, that was just... I'm just going to talk to him about that now. That's brilliant stuff from him.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Well, thank you for joining us in the interview, mate. See you later in Japan.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to get Extremer into the lobby as well. See if I can get him up. Please tell me I got him as a friend. I do. Okay, good. I just want to check if I've got Larkin as a friend as well, just to be on the safe side. I do. Okay, sounds good. Let's just wait on Extremer to come and join, and we'll get his word on events that came. Yeah, as Sadie said, you even heard it from him. Like, he thinks everyone's just gotten faster. It's not a fact that he's got a lack of pace or anything. It's just everyone's just gotten faster. I mean, I even said that Sway was managing to keep up with him, pace-wise. Extremer, finally, mate. Right, we'll get into the obvious part a little later on. But first of all, how on earth did you manage to get to second, mate? Talk us through it.
I don't really know, to be honest. Obviously, absolutely bottle qualifying. I invalidated my lap. I saw the rain coming down. I just knew at this point, it's tragic. But in the race as well, it didn't start too well either because I was stuck behind. I think it was Jonesy and Jay for so long. I think it got to about that was for 6th and 5th, I think, at the time. So that was obviously once I got past them though, clean air. I was able to bang in quite a few green laps and make up some time. Got a really good undercut on my teammate Larkin. Eventually, I think I pitted the lap early, ended up coming out 2 seconds in front of him, and from there it was just clean sailing really, apart from the incident at the end. So,
speaking about that, we had Cloudy saying that his tyres were like ice. Your comments?
I don't even know what he was doing for like the last. I lapped him. How many times did he even get lapped? He got lapped multiple times. And I just saw him literally. He was just driving around like
he was just like spinning in that little area
gear all the time and spinning. Yeah,
he was just spinning around there. He was just doing donuts. He just went in, and I thought, has he retired? And then he just started spinning, and I thought, no,
no idea.
And then out of he just comes onto the racing line, and then goes a bit wide, then tries to come back into the racing line. Then out of nowhere, you just come in, and then he's just like taking off a bit of your front wing. I thought, oh, for God's sake, this could be bloody Cloudy's last race. He's not careful.
It was only a slight damage. It was only yellow damage, so it didn't really affect my pace that much. But that was lucky.
I tell you what, like I was really hoping that it wouldn't have been like terminal damage, because if it was, I would have switched off my phone for about a good 24 hours because of it, because I know exactly. Like, we don't exactly want a repeat of Monaco, and how you reacted to that.
Oh dear. No, wouldn't have been great.
So what about your strategy? We see Mercedes was going from ultra softs to softs, and of course yourself went from ultra softs to super softs. Did you just have easier tyre wear? Or was it pretty average?
Yeah, ultra soft, super soft is pretty easy. Like tyres are only on about 50% at the end. It's a lot quicker. If I hadn't got held up so much at the start, having obviously starting 10th, I think could have easily challenged for the win. So a bit disappointing on that aspect, but.
Well, Mercedes was only saying that his tyres are on about 30%, and he said he was just going for all-out pace instead of having his tyres die out and having to defend from anybody such as the likes of yourself and Larkin and such.
Yeah, the softs are extremely durable around this track. To be fair, such limited tyre wear. I think the pace difference really cancelled out though at the end. To be fair, so I wasn't able to really catch him at all. There was no gains to be made there, unfortunately. So I think second really good result though after a terrible qualifying, obviously taking advantage of a few extra bottles up ahead. I don't know, like what
choice incidents, let's say.
Again, I don't know. Yeah. What
on earth happened to Zaid? I'll have to ask him later. That was something else. I got 20 seconds worth of penalties, poor guy, and then he got disqualified.
Becoming a regular occurrence, this battling.
I know. Now Mercedes has cut down that 42 points lead to by about 25 points. About 25 points. Caused yourself getting 18 points. Nerves starting to rack up. Now we're coming up to the end of the season.
Well, not as much one call it nerves, but there's definitely a few tracks that I'm not too strong at coming up next as well. Like Japan next week is. Probably the worst track on the calendar, so
without Mercedes really saying that he's feeling pretty good. Mercedes has felt pretty good about that ever since he overtook Falcon. I believe it was at turn 1.
Well, if I can get through, hopefully I can get through Japan unscathed, and then I think from there, hopefully it's just
clean sailing.
Consistency now, yeah. Consistency, finishing on the podium, I think. So, I mean, we've got 5 rounds left, haven't we? So,
yeah.
Even if Mercedes was to win all those races and I was to come second in all 5 of them, would that even be enough to catch me? 35? I don't think it would, actually. So, consistency, I think. Yeah, because I think that's 7 points he's gained over me today, obviously, from finishing second. So,
yeah.
If he was to do that 5 more, I think gaps now. I think it's 46 for this race, so I think that'd make it 39 now. I think it is. So.
I think so, yeah.
Me, so it's just consistency now, really, and yeah.
As I said, Japan, not really a strong track for you. What others are you really looking forward to, like trying to get a strong result at? So, like tracks like Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi, any tracks like that?
Yeah, Mexico, very really good track for me. I do like Mexico, so hopefully I can get a good result there, and Abu Dhabi as well, I'd probably say. The Brazil, not another good track either, to be fair, so. It's going to be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting to see how end of the season shapes up. Hopefully I can hold on to that championship lead I've got.
Look at that F2 bloody promotion.
Well, bloody hell, I don't know if you'll be putting me there because I am not turning off ABS anytime soon, so not a chance. So I don't know where they're going to place me. I have no idea.
Well, cheers for doing the interviews, and obviously good luck in what's the next track? Japan, of course. As you said, not looking for good for you, but I'll actually be joining you that weekend, so I'll have a literally a back row seat. Just watching you two fly past. So, thanks for that, and I'll see you in Japan.
No problem. Right, see you later. Bye.
Yeah. Right now, guys, let's see if we can get a word from Larkin himself. As same rules as per usual, just wait about 5 minutes, doesn't join, then just end the stream really. Larkin, mate, how's it going? Where was it you started? What was it, 5th? That first podium. Considering it's your first league, and again, as you said, not having much experience, that's a bloody brilliant drive. I mean, talk us through it, like how you managed to like come from 5th and then managing to keep Sway ahead of you, because as we saw coming up to the end of the race, he was starting to hound you down, and then after we got a bit of front wing damage, then you just started to pull away again. Talk us through it, mate. Yeah, we saw in the chat, just like add no fights. Yeah. Yeah, Extremer and Cloudy had a bit of a coming together, and then Zaid got disqualified for some ungodly reason, so... what about strategy? Was it just simple one stop for you? Going for the engineer's default and just hope it works, really. And you clearly like showed you've definitely got pace when it comes to race day, because I think, when did you make your debut? Was it Spa? Oh, okay, alright. Oh yeah, you already said, sorry. Fucking bottled my own fucking thoughts there. And of course, like not many people really thinking too much of you, and then today you've pretty much just said, excuse me, like, I am here, you know. Of course, getting 3rd place, like, in about first 4 or 5 races. I mean, that's no easy feat. I mean, look at me, like, I've been here since the start, and I still haven't got a bloody podium. You and myself. What about Japan? How's that looking for you? Good. Oh god. I'll be sure. Well, if you do end up spinning, I'll make sure to try and keep it ahead of you without you know, the usual crash, let's say. Oh god. So apart from like not really having too much anything going about, simple one stop and just guessing your pace around Japan, I will actually be joining you for that race, so let's hope I can, you know, actually finish. But apart from that, all the best, Japan, and congratulations on the podium, mate. Thank you. Alright guys, so then that was AOR Assist League in Singapore. I mean, you make of it what you will. From a commentator's point of view, that was not exactly the most spectacular race, but it was definitely action-packed. You couldn't have called that boring, because there was action everywhere. I mean, Zaid getting that disqualification, Sway looking for a pretty easy 2nd place, and then just getting that front wing damage that really sort of screwed him over, and then couldn't really catch up to Larkin, and Larkin getting his first podium, and the debutant as well. Also, Harry getting some decent points in 5th place, and also the title battle really starting to hot up. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's like drama, controversy, and a title fight. And Japan, I'm almost certain it's going to be that and then some. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to tune in for Japan, which I'm sure is going to be an absolute belter of a race. Of course, as I've said to our 3 podium drivers and to you guys, I am going to be joining in for Japan. I'm not really looking too confident for my pace. I mean, well, my single lap pace is all right, and my race pace I don't think is too bad, actually. It's pretty good. So, I mean, I'm looking at about pure pace. I'm looking around top 9, top 8, top 9ish. That's probably like the best I can do on a good day. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed my comeback stream. I mean, it's been brilliant to commentate over, and I'll see you guys all in Japan. That was something else. That was a race and a half. So guys, see you later in Japan. I've said that for the 3rd time. I do apologise, and I'll see you in the next one. Whoever's going to be commentating, I don't know if it's going to be Cloudy, don't know if it's going to be Mike. It might even be myself, but I doubt that, because I did sort of promise I was going to be racing. So guys, see you later. See you in the next one. Bye bye.